So a few years ago, Clinician's Choice introduced the HeatWave trays. If you're not familiar with these, they're thermoplastic. Within a minute's time, you can make these very unique shapes custom. So they actually did research to figure out what shapes of arches occur in society. And based on that research, they then fabricated unique trays that we've never had before. These unique trays fit so well without even customizing them, it's amazing. And so by having something that fits that well, it means we're using less material. 30% less material is typically found when utilizing these. So you're saving money on material, you're using less. But also by using less material, the material is thinner, and thinner materials are more accurate when it comes to polyvinyl type impression materials. So they have 4 lowers and 4 upper shapes. They have a little caliper that comes with the kit as well as a laminated card. You take the caliper, you measure a model or you measure the patient's mouth, put it onto the laminated card, and it'll show you what size to start with. Here's the size it told me to start with. And without even customizing it, look at the fit. It's amazing. I have not seen anything like this. This is hands down my favorite tray of choice. It is almost impossible to miss an impression because of the accuracy of these and the minimal amount of material used, and it forces material up into the sulcus and around the teeth. Now, granted, based on how deep your margin is, how floppy the tissue is, you know, it may not go as far as a couple millimeters, but I can tell you there are plenty of times where I can force material under the gum line when I have healthy tissues and a lack of bleeding. Now, if I have to customize it, I drop it in hot water for a minute, typically right out of the microwave, and at that point I can then take a model and adapt this. As you can see right now, it's not fitting. Take my thumbs and I can adapt not only the back but also the palate and all along the whole buccal corridor to create an impression that allows for a very thin, accurate reproduction of those teeth. And in this case, it was a bunch of veneers. But you can see here, whether it's a single crown like the far left, whether it's a bridge like the middle one, this is all Affinity impression material from Clinician's Choice on the left, or the right-hand side, you can see a full arch, full mouth rehabilitation, again, using this HeatWave tray. Very difficult to miss an impression when utilizing these. So probably one of the most accurate prefabricated trays you could buy, but also you can customize it, which is pretty nice. Now, as you saw in these different impressions, I'm using the Affinity material, this 3rd generation PVS material from Clinician's Choice. They've got these wonderful packs that allow you to customize and mix and match based on whatever your preference is as far as viscosities. As you can see, I've used them all in various impressions to evaluate them for the company. And I can tell you there's a lot of wonderful benefit to having the ability to custom order if you want a high flow light body or a regular flow light body, or if you're somebody who likes monophase, to be able to get that rigid inflex or the quick bite. It sure is nice to be able to get a great product with multiple viscosities. But furthermore, to save even more money, to go to something like these large packages to dispense the heavy body out of the auto mixing devices, it's nice to have those as well, and to have different setting times, whether you want a fast set or regular set. And so here's just another example of the excellent capabilities of this particular impression material. It has very high tear strength, multiple viscosities, different setting times based on your needs, but the really important aspect is the grafted surfactant into the PVS material. That chemistry is proprietary and interesting that a lot of times, such as this one, I can pack a cord and get great results, or in some cases, this material is so nice it'll go up under the gum line without having to pack cord. So it's been quite interesting to try this product and implement it. And so here's another example we saw earlier. Again, with minimal cord packing or no cord packing, oftentimes this type of tray can give me these great results using this wonderful impression material.